Good morning, here with me, Tanima Biswas, and we'll get you a roundup of all the top stories of this hour. But first up, our main story for the morning is of how India has issued a strong warning to Pakistan against using terrorists to launch attacks on its soil. India also said that it will take all necessary action against terrorism to safeguard national security. The government expressed its serious concerns over continued attacks by the Jaish, highlighting that efforts are being made to destabilize peace. This comes just after Prime Minister Modi hailed the forces for busting a plot to disrupt district council elections in Jammu and Kashmir. I'm joined by Times Network National Affairs Editor Srinjoy Chaudhary over the phone line. Srinjoy, it is a strong and stern message which has been given out by India to Pakistan with regard to terrorists being used by Pakistan on its soil to launch attacks against India. We'll be going back to Srinjoy in a moment, but as I mentioned, that this is a tough message being put out by India to Pakistan on which comes just shortly after the terror plot in Nagrota in Jammu had in fact been foiled. As I mentioned, that the MEA in fact points out that India will take all steps to safeguard national security, and also that they are concerned about terror attacks by Jaish and how a huge cache of arms indicated that there was a major attack being planned. I'm rejoined by Srinjoy over the phone line. Srinjoy, so it's a tough message which has been put out by India to Pakistan about how they will not be tolerating any such efforts being made by Pakistan in terms of using terrorists on its soil to launch attacks against India.
Yes, yesterday morning, the MEA called in two senior officials of the Pakistan High Commission, and they were told very clearly that, look, you cannot be doing this, and if you do continue to do what you're doing, then India will take tough action. There are really two reasons for this. The first, of course, is local body elections are going on in Jammu and Kashmir, and there is a serious effort to disrupt this. The second point is we are getting closer and closer to the anniversary of 26/11. There is an apprehension that the Jaish-e-Mohammed and the Lashkar-e-Toiba and other organizations will try and do something that will disrupt and create trouble on 26/11 or either before or after that. This is something India is very careful about. In fact, the Prime Minister himself had a meeting along with the National Security Advisor, the Foreign Secretary, and the intelligence agency heads of chiefly IB and RAW to basically find out what Pakistan is doing and how they can be stopped. Because terrorism at this point would be particularly difficult in Jammu and Kashmir, given the fact that the elections are going on. And from a point of view of the terror organizations, there are more targets.
Right. Joy, thank you so much for joining us on that update. We'll, of course, keep coming back to you on this big story.